Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of my Manchester United career on FIFA 14, not Football Manager 14, this is FIFA, and we're kicking things off with some bad news in a way. Kagawa has confirmed that he is, at the moment, unsettled at Manchester United. So I'm going to try my best to keep him at United, but if it keeps going the way that it did with De Gea in my FIFA 13 career, then we're just probably going to have to let him go and see if we can fill that position that Kagawa will leave open. We do have the likes of Januzaj, who's coming up for the team now this season. Also Juan Mata, who can play in that position as well. We don't have to worry about that too much. So we'll just have to see what happens. I will be playing Kagawa as we continue on through this season. Our first fixture of this video was to be played at Old Trafford in the Premier League against Wigan, and my aim now is to actually try to get some consistency within the team with the team selection. So you're going to be seeing the likes of Vidal, Carrick and Januzaj. I want to bring Januzaj into the first team and be my first pick as well, try and get his rating up there. And so of course, sticking with that same formation, we've got Juan Mata slipping in behind Robin van Persie and Wayne Rooney. It seems to be working out at the moment. I know that we seem to be just picking up the 1-0 wins here and there, maybe losing the odd game or drawing the odd game here and there, but so far so good. I don't want to speak too loudly, but I've always got that option that if it doesn't work out in the end, then I'll just switch back to the 4-2-3-1 formation. But for the time being, I want to try and keep Mata behind Van Persie and Rooney. I want to be playing all my top players in pretty much every game. Hopefully none of them pick up a horrible injury which will see them out for months on end. Now, I haven't had chance to discuss what's happening with United in real life now for maybe a week or so. Man United's last fixture that we played was against Olympiacos in the Champions League. This is in real life. If any of you guys haven't been keeping up with my episodes, I tend to show you some of the gameplay with this career mode, and in the background I'm there talking about the current situation at United. Now anyway, yes, we lost to Olympiacos midweek in the Champions League. It was the first leg of the knockout stages. We lost 2-0, and yes, it was a diabolical performance. It was terrible, probably the worst performance I've ever seen at Man United, and that's saying something because I've been following United now for about 15 years, 14 years, something like that, and that's a long time when you think about it. Even though it seems to fly by nowadays, it is a long time, and that has to be the worst performance I've ever seen. I mean, this season we've had some terrible performances, but that has to top it all. It was just, I can't even think of the word. It was diabolical. That's all I can think of at the moment. 2-0 loss though. As I said, it's only half time. Anything can happen at Old Trafford. I know I'm being, considering our current form, I'm being a bit optimistic. And there's probably some of you guys that are watching right now thinking, yeah, right, you're being way optimistic. This is just ridiculous. No way are Manchester United going to win against Olympiacos at Old Trafford. That, in my opinion, is not a supporter of the club. If you can't get behind the team through bad times, then I'm sorry. Why are you supporting this club? Why are you even following football? The thing is, with people today, they just aren't patient. They can't wait for the results to come. They can't wait for this transition. They can't wait for it to be over. They need it right now. That's the thing with people today, and it's just ridiculous. People need to realise that with a club like Manchester United, there is so much going on. Sir Alex was in a recent news article. They asked him the inevitable question: what do you think of the situation at Man United with David Moyes? And he just responded by, I was at the club for 27 years. There have been a lot of changes. Having a new manager, it takes time. And they will be okay. That's what Sir Alex Ferguson said about the situation with David Moyes. And let's not forget that Sir Alex is actually a director at Manchester United, so he's going to know those sort of changes that have happened. He even speaks to David Moyes every 2 weeks or so. David Moyes admitted that in an interview on BT Sport when we played Tottenham late last year or the start of this year. It was at White Hart Lane where we drew 2-2. It was in the interview before the game kicked off, and he said that he talks to Fergie every 2 weeks, and I can imagine he's still doing that right now. Another thing that doesn't help matters is the press, the media. They are a bunch of scumbags, if you ask me. They are trying their best to get David Moyes sacked before the season ends. Well, I've got some news for you, Jack. It's not going to happen. Thankfully, the Manchester United board are not going to crumble yet. It's fair enough if they want to get rid of David Moyes in 3 years' time if he hasn't turned things around. That's understandable, but to get rid of him before the end of this season that we're going through right now would just be outrageous. Yes, it's probably one of the worst seasons Manchester United have ever suffered in the Premier League. It has been terrible as a United fan. It hasn't been enjoyable. We can't rely on the team. But given time, Moyes will eventually turn this around. He's got the summer to look forward to, bringing in players. He's got that war chest, as they like to call it, of 150 to 200 million. That is a lot of money to be spending on players. Some of that money will probably be spent on youngsters for the future. Some will be spent on players for now. Players like Cruz or Royce. The list goes on. Diego Costa, Cavani, whoever it may be that Moyes has got his eye on. It's just the fact that the media are pushing for Moyes to be sacked for that headline. That's what they want for the back pages. Moyes sacked by Manchester United. That's what they want. And it's like a cheap headline. It's going to be there for maybe a week or 2 weeks, and then it's forgotten about. That's what they want. They think that they can make a big article out of it, a big thing, and go into Manchester United's history of managers being sacked and so on, and how many trophies Man United won with Moyes, which would be one, the Community Shield. It just goes on, and it's just ridiculous media how out of hand it is getting today. It goes to look at the weather. Bit of a random topic, I know, to be talking about on a FIFA 14 video, but they hype things up here in England about the weather. Oh, we're going to have 8 inches of snow. Be prepared. Or there's going to be a zombie apocalypse. It's just ridiculous how out of control they are getting now, the media. And to be fair, the people that read it as well, they don't help themselves. They're gullible. They'll believe anything that they read in these newspapers, and they'll think, well, Moyes is on the verge of leaving. Oh, well, United are going through a tough time, so it kind of coincides. Yeah, Moyes should be sacked. You know what I say? As a real Manchester United fan that stood by the club for 14, 15 years, may not seem that long to the likes of fans that have supported them for decades. I mean, there's old men out there that have supported United before the Sir Alex Ferguson era, when Sir Matt Busby was in charge. Bobby Charlton was. He's still standing by the club. And I say this now, we are all in the same boat as real Manchester United fans. We're going through hurt at the moment. David Moyes, he is trying his best. You can see him on the touchline. He never wanted it to go this way. And surely if you believe some of those memes, those trying to be funny memes that you see across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, taking the mick out of David Moyes, that, it was all part of a conspiracy that he came from Everton and it's the first time it's ever happened, Everton being he never wanted it to go this way at Man United. Everything that he didn't want happening is happening. It's just unfortunate. It's life. These things happen in life. It is unfortunate, but anyway, I know full well that I am still 100% behind David Moyes, just like Sir Alex and Sir Bobby Charlton, I can imagine, are. And I hope that some of you genuine United fans still are 100% behind David Moyes, and that recent performances across the whole of this season as well hasn't put you off that much. And I'll end on this, something that maybe you guys can take away when United are going through a rough patch, which is right now. And I always think to myself, if we've lost a game, an important game, that without faith, Manchester United would be nothing. Just take that away, think about it, because it's so true. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video and listening to me going on about current happenings at Manchester United, and I will see you all back here for another episode of my Manchester United career on FIFA 14. Don't forget though, we've got more Football Manager 14 coming up with me managing Manchester United as well. So much United going on this channel at the moment. It's untrue. But you guys seem to be enjoying it, so that's all that matters. So there's going to be more of that coming up very soon. Also, if you haven't been keeping up with my Swansea career on FIFA 14, I've just finished my first season. Does Swansea qualify for the Champions League for next season? There's only one way to find out, guys, and that's by watching the video. Anyway, I do hope that you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.
By the Manchester United man. If they do win, Manchester United will have thoroughly deserved it, and they opportunity here. Well, they're level. And where did that come from? They got the goal so late on. If you thought that the favoured team scoring would kill them off, you'd be wrong. They've roared. One of the goalkeepers much busier than the other, but the game's ended level.
Yeah, and I mean, that goalkeeper that was busy, he's had a great day, hasn't he? Look at him, he's coming off the pitch with a big smile on his face.
So it's full-time with the final score 1-1. I'll leave you with the full match highlights, and until next time, I've been Jeff Stelling.